is Jenny again from TMD Group of Companies. Today I bring you a mixed farm layout. We have a variety of things on this layout. We have goats as usual. We have poultry, we have pigs. We also have dairy cows and other facilities within the layout. Because the layout has to have a variety of things. We have to have quota, we have the warehouse, we have very many things as you're going to see. This is a 26 farm acre layout. So we have 2,000 goats. About the goat section, we have the isolation area or the isolation structure. This will be helping us in cases of pregnant mothers that are due. So you separate them from the other structure. Cases of back which has gone out of hand. So we also have the kids structure. The kids structure, it will be for the kids because we have 2,000 goats. So there will be a lot of kids around the farm. You'll be putting your kids in that structure. We also have the dressing area on this section. So you'll be changing from this area here. That is good for our farm. In this layout, we still have chicken, 14,000 chicken. There are 7 structures and each structure will be carrying 2,000 layers. There are layers under deep litter system. What we'll be putting there are the small cages on the side for them to lay eggs there. When you look at the structure, we have the egg unit on the sides or the egg store. So the eggs laid within that particular structure, they will be temporarily stored in that store. When you look at our structure, it has a mesh around for ventilation. Also, when you look at our wall for the structure, the walls are below. They are around 1 meter high. That is the good height for the chickens. Wind doesn't blow our chicken direct. They are sheltered from that direct wind. Though we need air within, but the chicken don't have to be perturbed with that strong wind. Oh, when you look at our flooring also, it is made of concrete. Like we told you, it is deep litter, so the chicken droppings will be all over the ground. So you have to make it easy, or you have to put a material that is easy for cleaning. Concrete in this case is the best choice. Another thing we have about the structure is the roofing or the shelter. This shelter, it hinders rain, a basic thing. When you look at our poultry section, it also has a dressing unit. This unit is a biosecurity chamber for security purposes for our farms. You don't carry in germs and so on. This unit, it carries overalls, gumboots. They are sanitized. You have to put them on as you're entering our farm. About our layout again, we have dairy cows. So there are 11 cows, 1 bull, and 10 dairy cows. When you look at our structure, firstly we have concrete down. Like we told you, concrete is easy to clean. When dung is on the floor, it's easy to be cleaned. When you look critically on the floor, it has drainage channels. These channels help when cleaning steel or when urine falls on the concrete. It goes to the drainage channels and it is drained off to the other waste pit on the sides of the structure. The flooring can easily drain the urine. It is a bit slanting. Another thing we have about the structure is the feeding area or the feeding section for the cows. The feeding area has cubicles so that our cows can feed easily and simultaneously. Each cow enters its head within the cubicle and feeds very well. When you look on the sides, we have the sleeping cubicle. They are also in a way that our cows can sleep easily or lie and raise easily. That is good for our dairy. Also, we have the exercising yard. Like you can see, this middle part is the exercising area for the cows. Just in case during day they need to move around, this area is enough for them. We also have drinking point. The drinking point is very essential or crucial for our animal. Cows need water, so you can't miss out on that. And you have to place this water in an area which is easily accessible by all animals. Even an animal at the farthest end, it can see the water. That one should be taken note. Since they are dairy cows, we have calves on the farm. Within the structure, we still have the calf section. The calf section, they are the young cows below the age of 1 year. When you look at that section, it also has the sleeping area and also the feeding area in the same manner. Also, when you look at it, we have the other area for the bull. When you look critically at the bull's area, it is bare ground or it doesn't have have concrete with it. For the bulls, it's okay to leave the area bare. They accumulate a lot of heat, and the concrete can add on that heat, so literally they don't need the concrete. We have the feeding area still for the bull, which is okay. Another thing we have about the structure is the milking parlor. Those are essential things to have within your dairy structure that are comfortable for your dairy cow or for your cow. The other thing we have about our layout are the pigs. When you look at our pig section, it has a lot of facilities. We have 800 pigs on our farm. Each structure carries 200 pigs, and in total there are 4 structures. So this other structure, there is a structure for piglets, this first one here, and the other one is the isolation structure, just in cases of their pigs with difficulties, their pigs with diseases, things like that need to be isolated from other pigs. So that structure will be helping us in that manner. We also have the dressing unit still. If you've been listening to me from the very start, each section of our farm has a dressing unit. They are very crucial, so you have to take note of that. Back to our structure. You look at our structure, the flooring, it's of concrete, and it is made in a way that it's a bit slanting so that the droppings or the urine from the pig falls off the floor to the drainage channels on the side. There is an outlet where the urine will be passing. Now we have partitionings within the structure, and each partition carries 10 female pigs, and we also have a partitioning for male pigs. So each male pig will be staying alone. We don't combine 2 males together, so you have to separate those. When you look at the walls, they are not so high, or they are not to the rooftop. That one, we make it in that way for aeration within the structure. You leave that aeration or that bit of opening so that air flows within the structure. That can ease on the disease part and also fresh air within the structure. Another thing we have is that green mesh you see around the piglets area or the isolation chamber. Piglets, they will require the fresh air, but not so much fresh air, so they need a bit of warmth. And the other thing we have about the layout, we have the warehouse. This warehouse is partitioned into 3 parts: the production chamber, we have the processing chamber, we also have the storage units. The warehouse will be helping us in the processing of things within the farm. It is crucial. The other thing we have there, the staff quarters, and the other thing we have is the equipment storage. It will be storing our small equipment, maybe the wheelbarrows, the hammers, nails, and so on. On the sides of it, we have the heavy machinery shed. This will be carrying our tractors, the heavy machineries used on the farm. When you look at our farm, we have pastures, the short pastures. These pastures won't be enough for our animals kept, but still will be gardening other pastures on the other side of the farm. That will be enough. So these pastures will be helping us in that case. The other thing we have is the water point. Like we told you, water is essential for animals, so you can't keep having a point for them, so it will be an underground well for the farm. The other thing we have is the manure section, where we'll be keeping our manure and processing the manure for biogas stuff and so on. In general, that has been our farm layout. It has been a 26-acre layout. So in cases you want a mixed venture, you want to graze a lot of things on the same piece of land, it's very possible. The only challenge that comes in is how you organize your thing, how you align each and everything. Where have you put the poultry? Where have you put the goats? Have you put poultry with the goats? Have you put pigs with the cows? Things like that. That's what you need to know. In cases you want such ventures, or you want to plan for your farm, or you've had a farm and you need to put things straight, things are not running smoothly, come in at our offices. We'll help you to align everything. I remain Jane from TMD Group of Companies. Thank you.